Last week I predicted the Olivier Award winners, so this week I'm going to compare my predictions to the actual winners and we're going to see how many I got right. I counted them up, there's 24 awards in total, but as I mentioned in last week's video, I didn't predict the Family Award, the Dance Award or the Opera Award for reasons that I explained in my previous video. So that is 21 awards that I predicted and a total of 21 that I could get right. Got my iPad so I can see the winners. I've highlighted my predictions in yellow and the winners are bolded, and I'll put them on the screen as well so you can follow along as we go. First up, Best New Musical. My prediction was Paddington and the winner was Paddington. Good start. Best Musical Revival. I predicted Evita. It was actually Into the Woods, which I haven't seen yet and I really need to see it, although they've now announced it's transferring to the West End, so I've got even more time to see it now, which is great. Best New Play. I really thought it would be Inter Alia, but it wasn't. It was Punch, and I am so gutted that I missed Punch. I think I'm gonna have to buy the play text or something so at least I can read it even if I can't watch it, because everything I've heard is really good. And it's a really important story as well. Best Revival. I went for Much Ado About Nothing, and when I was editing this video, I was thinking, why the hell did I go for Much Ado About Nothing? It seems so obvious that All My Sons is gonna win. And of course, All My Sons won. So I don't know what was going through my brain when I filmed that video, because when I edited it, I was baffled at my own choices, quite frankly. Best New Entertainment or Comedy Play. I predicted Paranormal Activity and I stand by that. I am absolutely gobsmacked that they didn't win. I'm wondering if the reason they didn't win is because horror in theatre is slightly more niche. Only slightly, but obviously some people will be put off by the fact that they don't like jump scares. But I still can't believe it didn't win. The winner, however, was Oh Mary. It's the one play on this list that I haven't seen and I do really want to see it, so at least I know I'm gonna love it. Best Actress. I predicted Rosamund Pike for Inter Alia and Rosamund Pike did in fact win. Best Actor. I predicted Tom Hiddleston for Much Ado About Nothing, but the winner was Jack Holden for Kenrex at the Other Palace, which I never actually got to see, but I have heard some really fab things about it. Best Actor in a Musical. I was very confident about my prediction, let's just leave it there. I predicted James Hamid and Artie Shah would win for Paddington. Did they win? Was I right to be 100% confident? Yes, they won. Yes, I was right to be 100% confident. Of course they won. No doubt the other nominees on this list are great, especially Diego and Evita, but no one was going to beat those two. Absolutely nobody was beating James Hamid and Artie Shah in Paddington. If you want to hear a little discussion about what I think of gendered awards in the Oliviers, especially as this was a joint award for James and Artie is a woman, you can go and look at my predictions video, which I will link up at the top of the screen, so you can see what I think about gendered awards and you can join the discussion if you would like. I think it's an important discussion to have. Best Actress in a Musical. I thought it would be Rachel Zegler for Evita, and it was. I think that was quite an obvious one. Best Actress in a Supporting Role. I predicted Lucy Karczewski would win for Stereophonic, but it was actually Julie Hesmonda for Punch. Again, another win for Punch. Best Actor in a Supporting Role. This was the other award that when I was editing, I was thinking, why on earth didn't I go for the winner? Bear in mind, when I was editing, obviously the awards hadn't yet happened, and I really didn't understand what had gone through my head when I'd filmed it to have not predicted who I thought I would have predicted, who actually went on to win. My actual prediction was Giles Terrera for Oh Mary, but the winner, who I really think I should have predicted, and I don't know why I didn't, Papa Asidu for All My Sons. Best Actor in a Supporting Role in a Musical. I thought it would be Corbin Bleu in The Great Gatsby. Corbin Bleu was fantastic. He's obviously now transferred over to Broadway to play the same role in the same show, Nick in The Great Gatsby, and I really thought he stood a really good chance at winning this award. However, the winner of this award is also incredibly deserving, and that is Tom Eden for Paddington the Musical. Tom plays Mr. Curry, who is a great role, very comedy driven, great fun to watch, and of course absolutely deserving of this award. Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a Musical. I predicted Victoria Hamilton Barrett for Paddington, and it was Victoria Hamilton Barrett. Her Millicent Clyde is stunning, it's fantastic, exactly what you would expect Millicent Clyde to be like in musical form. She's very much giving Cruella de Vil vibes, and obviously there are a lot of similarities between Cruella and Millicent, and her portrayal of Millicent was stunning. Best Director. I predicted the winner would be Luke Shepherd for Paddington, and it was Luke Shepherd for Paddington. Paddington are doing really, really well. and I'm really happy to see that. Best Theatre Choreographer, I predicted Fabien Aloys for Evita, and Fabien Aloys did in fact win this award. At the moment, I seem to be doing pretty well. Let's see how it continues. Best Costume Design, I predicted Gabriella Slade and Tara Zafar for Paddington. Now, if I remember correctly, in my predictions video, I said hell will freeze over before anybody beats Tara Zafar on that Paddington bear suit. A really bold statement to be publishing on the internet. But I was right. Hell will freeze over before anybody beats Tara Zafar for that Paddington bear suit, because Tara Zafar and Gabriella Slade won. That bear suit was one of the most incredible pieces of costume on a stage in current times. Best Set Design, I predicted Tom Pye and Ash J. Woodward for Paddington. Tom Pye and Ash J. Woodward did in fact win it. It's such a beautiful, intricate set. Before the show starts, there are projections around the sides, and during the show you can see all of the little trinkets in the sides of the walls. Just a beautiful set, and I'm really pleased to see it win that award. Best Lighting Design, I predicted John Clark for Evita, but it was actually Aideen Malone and Roland Horvath that won for Into the Woods. Again, haven't seen it. Clearly, I need to make a trip to Into the Woods, and I will. Best Sound Design, I predicted Gareth Owen for Paddington, because obviously, I mean, have you heard it? But the winner was actually Giles Thomas for Kenrex, and again, heard lots of good things about Kenrex. The way Kenrex has done at the Oliviers makes me feel like I really need to see it, but it's finished, so I can't. So I'll just have to believe what people say. Outstanding Musical Contribution, I predicted Matt Brind for Paddington. Again, have you heard Paddington? I'm not just talking about the songs written by Tom Fletcher, I'm talking about the arrangements, the orchestration, the way it's performed live during the show, the sounds, everything. It's stunning. But the winner was actually Chris Fenwick and Sean Hayes for Goodnight Oscar at the Barbican Theatre, which I don't know that much about. So it's interesting to see this show win an award. I know Goodnight Oscar was up for a couple of different Oliviers, so I'm going to have to find out a little bit more about that show now. I'm guessing it's finished if it was at the Barbican, because I don't think shows usually run for that long at the Barbican. Sometimes they do. But I'm going to have to go and do some research because I am quite curious. Best New Production in Affiliate Theatre. I predicted The Ministry of Lesbian Affairs at the Kiln Theatre. I heard some fantastic things about it, really frustrated that I missed it. But they didn't win. The winner was actually The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams at the Yard Theatre. That is all of the awards. So firstly, just gotta say this, Paddington was nominated for 11 Oliviers and they took home 7, more than any other show took home this year, which is incredible. If you haven't seen Paddington, get yourself down to see it. You will not be disappointed. It doesn't even matter what you value most in a musical, whether you value set design most, whether you value costume most, whether it's the music that you value, the acting that you value, the choreography, whatever it is that you value most about musical theatre, Paddington has it. Unless you really don't like the story of Paddington Bear, in which case you probably won't like the musical because it is the story of Paddington Bear. Unless you really don't like the story of Paddington, I really think you are gonna love it. And I'm not sponsored. I'm not being paid or like gifted to promote this or whatever. I paid for my own ticket to see the show. I really love it. Out of 21 predictions, 9 of them were correct. I don't know how I feel about that. With the What's on Stage Awards, I got 13 out of 24, and I was just happy with the fact that I was over 50%. But 9 is less than half. Half would be 10 and a half, but obviously you can't have a half correct prediction. So at the very least, the cutoff for 50% would have to be 10, but I'd say really 11. And I only got 9, so I got less than 50%. I mean, I didn't start off too well. The first one I got right, but then we had a string of wrong predictions. But you know what? First time predicting the Oliviers. Next year we'll go for better, just like with the What's on Stage Awards. And it would certainly have helped if I had seen Punch, Kenrex and Into the Woods, because those 3 shows were ones that really caught me out because I hadn't seen them. I mean, I did see 51 shows last year, so I did see quite a few. A lot of them were smaller shows as well that weren't up for Oliviers. I'm not even sure if they would have been eligible to be nominated. Maybe they would, I don't know. But I do have lots of shows planned this year and lots more to book, which I'm very excited about. I will obviously keep posting videos here. I'll keep posting my shorts so you can see all of the little trips that I get up to at the theatre. But for now, that is the end of the video. I will of course post another video in a week's time, so do come back for that. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe it. It really helps me out. I'm still a relatively new channel, so I'm trying to get the word out there about my channel. I love theatre. I love reviewing theatre. I love talking about theatre. I love geeking out about theatre. Everything to do with theatre, I love. And if you feel the same, I think you should hit subscribe. And of course share this video with anyone that you know also thinks the same way.